Welcome back to the show. Now our next guest is looking at music from a whole different perspective, taking us into the blockchain. Let's welcome the founder of AudioSwim, Mr. Albert M. Carter.
Hey. Thanks for having me. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, we really wanted like a musical intro there, but we fell short. We fell short a little bit.
All good, all good.
Okay, so tell us what you do. How is it different from Toby? You're kind of, you two work together sometimes, which is really interesting.
Yeah.
So you start from the beginning with the production, production of a song. I'm not even saying that right. How am I meant to say that?
No, you're good. We do. So essentially we offer bespoke solutions for independent artists. So we work with music distribution, royalty investment, NFTs. We work closely with Toby with doing marketing PR. So yeah, we pretty much help artists from A to Z. Whatever you need, come to AudioSwim, we got you.
Albert, I feel like every industry has some kind of NFT aspect to it.
Yeah.
How do NFTs come into what you do, or music in general?
Right, so essentially the NFTs are about the ownership of the music. Like if we look at how music is listened to, most times today we're listening to Spotify and Gami, these platforms, but the platform owns the music and not the artist. So with NFTs, we actually taking the ownership back into the artist's hands, as well as offering things that most DSPs can't offer. So, if you want to get backstage passes to a concert, you can release that as an NFT where it can't be duplicated. Everything is recorded on the blockchain, and making sure that the artists are actually engaging with their fans in a way they can't engage on other platforms.
I don't understand. Do they not already own their song? How does an NFT make them own it again?
Well, they own the song, but they aren't able to monetize. You pay a subscription service for streaming, right? And it's, $10 a month, for instance. But the artists aren't getting the general revenue from that. That's basically the platform. The artists are getting a very small percentage of that. So with NFTs, you're actually taking ownership back when able to name your price, right? You can name your price of your song or your album or your snippet, whatever it is that you choose to release as an NFT.
Is there also an aspect for consumers as well? So, like a band will release a limited edition album with special art, bonus tracks, and only release a certain amount. Is that something that can be used in NFTs as well? Yes,
that's definitely something that can be used. So things that you won't be able to find on other platforms or in other spaces, you can definitely transfer to an NFT and create that. So yes, definitely. And then the resale value for that increases. You can actually take an NFT and, if it's a collector edition, a collector's item, you can resell that for more profit, and the person who owns the original still can get royalties from it. So.
Albert, I know you've been doing amazing work, but how do you convince an artist who's not in that world? What do you how do you sell it to them?
Yeah, well, actually understanding the education piece, right? So what needs to happen is artists need to understand what it is that they're offering as an NFT. A lot of times artists just want to drop a song and say, all right, drop the song as an NFT, but what value are you providing for your community, right? So building your community on the platform is key. So understanding what makes this artist different from the next person, and then creating a story around that to sell the NFT to the community. Yeah.
I suppose this also requires the involvement and usage of Web3.
Yes,
right?
Yes.
Can you tell us a bit about Web3 and how do you involve that?
Yeah, well, Web3 is NFTs, it's AI, it's anything. It's what Web 2.0 offers right now, which is what we are right now, just the next step, just using every new technology that's available.
I thought we were on Web 1.0.
No, that was dial-up,
So how has marketing for artists now changed with all this new technology and the access to it?
Data. We have so much access to data, whereas before you didn't know exactly who your audience is, but with all of the new technologies, data can tell your story for you. So just looking at the data and analyzing that and having people in your circle that understands the data,
Well, I'm trying to start some beef on the show right now because I don't know if you were listening. But Big Haas is not a big fan of AI in music. You seem to be very much integrating technology in music. What do you think about AI in the music industry?
I understand totally where
Say it to his face.
From. Yeah. Hey, man, hey. But I understand totally where he's coming from. But if you use AI in a way that's going to enhance the quality of music, I think that's where it could be helpful. At the end of the day, the technology isn't going on anywhere. It's how we embrace the technology and how we use the technology with what we are already doing, and that's the key. That's what I look for.
What about music rights? When you transform all of this into a digital form, yeah, I know it becomes more solid, but then again, how do you protect it from any kind of infringement?
Well, you know, that's the beautiful part of like the blockchain. Everything can be stored, and you know exactly, it's time stamped. You know exactly when it was recorded, who recorded it. You can name, you know, all of the credits, your songwriters, your producers, who played what instrument. You could do all of that on the blockchain. So it kind of helps a lot with the protection of infringement, because it actually has that, you know, data available.
Well, Albert, you are awesome. You have been awesome, and I told you that I was going to fight with you on the show, but I didn't.
Oh, man, thank you. I didn't want any beef, you know. I had enough beef with Haas.
I feel like you had something else you wanted to say, Haas.
No, I just want to say, no, big respect to what you do. I would add, what you said at the end is really important. You don't want the technology element to take over the story and the why, and that's what I was afraid of.
Yeah.
It's the process for me, and I think I just don't want to make it too easy.
Right.
That's all I'm saying. The struggle is okay, man.
Yeah.
Failure is okay. Let's just accept that. And I think, you know, but I love what you're doing. Keep doing what you're doing, and I want that to be instilled with artists. So big respect.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
All right, on that note, time to put you back in the spotlight. Big Haas. Yes, I'm going to be asking you a few questions, and I love that we didn't let you know about this earlier.
What?
I like keeping you on your toes.
Man.
But we're going to start the timer. It's going to be 1 minute, and you have to try to answer as many of these correctly as possible, okay?
What do I get?
So,
What do I get if I do
it's
well?
pride. It's pride.
Oh, okay, pride.
Okay. So, 3, 2, 1, start the timer. Who is the best-selling music artist of all time? Is it Elvis Presley or Michael Jackson?
It's the Beatles.
It's not. From Elvis Presley or Michael Jackson?
I would say Michael Jackson.
Michael Jackson, correct answer. What is the name of the musical instrument that was invented in Dubai? The oud or the qanun?
Wow, in Dubai. Al-oud.
No,
qanun.
Who is the founder of the famous music streaming service Spotify? Is it Mark Zuckerberg or Daniel Ek?
Daniel Ek.
Correct. Who won the Best New Artist Award at the 2021 Grammy Awards? Oof. Is it Billie Eilish or Megan Thee Stallion?
Sorry, can you repeat that again?
Who won the Best New Artist Award at the 2021 Grammy Awards? Is it Billie Eilish or Megan? Is it Megan Thee Stallion?
It's Megan Stallion.
Megan Stallion. What? Megan Thee Stallion?
Yeah.
Okay. What is the name of the musical instrument that is commonly associated with India? Sitar or mandolin?
Sitar.
Correct. Who is known as the Queen of Pop, Madonna or Beyonce?
Queen of Pop, Madonna.
Correct. What is the name of the musical instrument that is commonly associated with Scotland? Bagpipes or harp?
Harp.
Bagpipes. Oh, you did really well, though. Sorry, I stuttered a little bit there with one of the questions, but you got 5 answers.
That's really. I mean, I knew some of the answers.
Tricky.
It's just it's crazy to do it. Yeah.
You know a little too much.
Great
for my liking.
to put.
You know, big ass.
He was like questioning my questions. I'm like, oh, well, I don't know anymore.
Next time I pass on a long question instead of repeating it.
Well, you're doing pretty well on the leaderboard there.
Not bad
You're gonna work your way up there. Don't you worry. You've done very well, and you're very knowledgeable.
Thank you so much.
You're the pro.
Big ass, a job well done, and thank you very much for today. And Albert, you have been the solar system of this wonderful show. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
With that said, I am original. That is not something you can find on AI.
Anyone said ever before?
Like has a whole book of use of sayings that we're like, I don't even know what that means.
First time I got referred to as the solar system, so I'm happy. Thank you.
Turn me into an NFT. Ladies and gentlemen, it truly feels like the golden age for music in the region. After the break, we've got a very special music performance lined up on the show today. See you after these messages. Don't go anywhere.